game on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Check on it. Exit. Alert 3.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing now is Allen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Allen hands off to McCoy. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Bills. 30. Watch tight. Hey, 4 down.
On play action, Allen. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, it's McCoy. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the Giants' 4-yard line.
Check round 80. We go. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Yeah. Alert.
Allen going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And this will be play number 10 on this pretty long opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Manning. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. 11 yards there, 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Manning now to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a 2nd award in week 2 of the season.
Four down.
Faking the give to Barkley. Now Manning. Flushed out right. Open man right side is Ingram. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
64, weak. Hey, high 7.
1st and goal.
To throw, it's Manning. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Throwing now is Manning. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Cody Latimer. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Smith catches left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He finds McCoy.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Going for it on 4th down. Allen, 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in the second week of the regular season. Eluding the pressure right. To Barkley on the check down. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody wants to have. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Can he do it a second time?
He can. He absolutely positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great ability to adjust himself and make them continue to chase him throughout the game.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
On the double. Recon, 132. Go.
On first down, Manning. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
I got it. Hey, exit. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Throwing is Manning. And it's caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. And with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. And Rosas puts this one through. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead. And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Ready to break.
49, guys. Mike, 49. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Manning. It's caught. Shepard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first.
First and 10 at the
Down.
43-yard line.
70, Indy.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Throwing on first down is Manning. They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Manning again. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Dalvin Tomlinson able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Returning is Peppers. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
Set, ready? 90 Wolf.
In your face.
Go, go. Snap.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. The 20. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen flush to his right. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 31 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the gun, Allen flushed out right. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch as his guys are back within a single score. Hauschka with the extra point, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
On play action. Now Manning. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. On first down, Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Allen. And the grab by Croft. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, here's McCoy. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. His throw caught at about the 5, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas True Blue on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got him, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up first and 10. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we have that discussion just yet?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he's going to go down again. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
side, Tate. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there, first down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. It's Barkley on the counter. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Giants, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay.